Hey, what's up YouTube? This is TeamDarkHorse here with part 2 of our March 2011 ban list discussion.
Alright, so obviously we need to talk about 6Ms. What is going to make them ridiculous? First off, mentioning that the Konami is so unlikely to hit anything new come out in the new set that it's not even worth talking about it. So you need to talk about what is good that's out now that's going to make them even better. Definitely speaking of Gateway, and I think Grandmaster is worth talking about. What makes Grandmaster so good, obviously, is that when it's destroyed in any kind of way, bottomless, warning, judgment, you get the search. So it's always going to be a +1. If you oppression it, and there's another 6 in the graveyard, you can even keep recycling Grandmaster. So that's even a sort of loop. I think this makes them too good at recycling their monsters. I don't know what hitting that would actually do unless you hit it to 1. But I feel like this is still a very good card for 6Ms that they have access to immediately, and that every deck is going to play. Gateway, if you don't know what that does, then you've not been playing this game very long, and you definitely haven't played 6Ms. This needs to get hit, unless you want to see a 6 Samurai format. Then good for you. Otherwise,
Please.
Yeah, please, Konami. If you're listening, we want this to be at 1, not because we hate 6Ms, but it really is that good of a card. You hit this, they still got Sheehan's Smoke Signal that's coming out in the new set. They still have the search ability to be tier 1 and compete with all the other fast decks. This just makes it too ridiculous for them to get their pluses turn 1. This plus an opening hand of, what is it, Kageki and
The Tuner.
The Tuner gets you, the one that special summons out of the hand, just any of that combination gets you a +3 or 4 opening turn. It's just ridiculous. Now imagine having 2 of these with the other 2 in your opening hand. It's not fair. This should not be...
Nobody wants to see this turn 1.
No. This makes... There's not much to be said that hasn't been said already by us or anyone else that's played against the new 6Ms. Obviously we've proxied it and we've been trying it out, and it's such a big advantage to have this at 3. So Konami, please put this at 1 so we don't have a 6 Samurai format. It was entirely a 6 Samurai format. Okay, next we need to talk about X-Sabers.
X-Sabers, they're not like, obviously they're not all over the format like they were last format, but they're still a really good deck. Something still should be done about them. I don't feel like they should just have the ability to come back at any point.
What makes them really good is their ability to search with Dark Soul and obviously to spam the field with Feltrol. The good decks that have been topping have been pure X-Sabers, and a lot of them have ran 2 or 3 Feltrol. I feel like if you hit Feltrol 2, that does slow down them just enough.
And if you do Dark Soul to 2, because basically if you do both of these at 2, the deck's definitely not dead, but they've got to be a little bit more careful what they search with this guy, knowing that like their aim is this guy. So if you've got both of these at 2, they're gonna just have to play differently. They can't always like spam their foul trolls and everything. But
and just one more thing, even if you hit this to 2 and you leave this untouched, it doesn't even matter because this can still search out your foul trolls. So you still have 3 searches with these to get out your foul troll plus the 2 that you can normally draw into. I feel like just maybe X-Sabers are still really good, but you definitely need to consider hitting 1 or both to 2. So okay, next we need to talk about the deck that has taken over the second half of the format.
Royal Tribute. Big card. Just like Gateway, nobody wants to see this first turn. It absolutely wrecks, just completely wrecks most people. Basically,
Obviously Gravekeepers have a weakness to decks that swarm, so Tribute stops the swarm, but the fact is that you can win first turn or second turn if you play Tribute, and they discard your hand. You get to see their hand, and you have to get through their Gravekeeper's back row to even come back, which is going to be stocked with Book of Moon, Warring, all the stun elements that any stun deck runs, and it's just a very unfair advantage. Tribute first turn generally wins unless you're playing decks that use searching cards like E-Emergency, Gladiator's Proving Ground, that kind of stuff. So.
And we've also got Recruiter here. Obviously, this guy helped bring the deck to life for the second half. Basically searches out everything, plus it means that your Descendant sacking another GK will end up in a plus for you. So, not like a broken card, but he's definitely good enough to mention.
Exactly. Next, we are going to talk about these three, mostly the first two. Treeborn, it went back to 3 because obviously it wasn't, Konami didn't deem it that broken, and it wasn't that broken. But then when we got access to Formula Synchron, which is draw power, it makes Treeborn that much more popular because that plus Fishborg equals Formula, and you can just keep spamming those every turn.
Treeborn is like unlimited pluses, just every turn. It's unrelenting.
And we know how much Konami hates draw power. I honestly could see Formula going down to 1. That hurts a lot of decks where it's Plant Synchro, in addition to Formula Monarchs and Fish OTK. When Fish OTK obviously revolves around this card. This card, if Fish OTK goes untouched, we could see a lot more of this thing being played. So I think this is a very good card that if you're not going to see, if you're going to see these go untouched, you're going to see a lot more of this, and then this will definitely be even more worth considering for the next ban list in September. All right, next you have to talk about these guys. Blackwings are always able to adapt to the format. They keep getting hit in little ways, and they keep coming back.
I don't know. I really feel like this at some point should be hit to 2. This is why they're still good, because this is like the control minus element of their deck, that no matter what they always get their -1 off of that, unless, I don't know, unless you do something to somehow prevent your stuff from getting destroyed. And obviously Starlight Road, without Heavy Storm, Starlight Road is not nearly as big as it was.
And we've always been thinking Shuro might get hit to 2, only because it's a special summoning power, and if you abuse it with Kalut, they attack into Shuro, thinking they can get over it with like a T-King or something, and you Kalut, so you get their minus, plus you're able to search with Shuro, so it just leads to way too many big plays.
Duality, not sure how I really feel about this card. I wouldn't say that it's so broken that some people are saying 1. I definitely don't see 1, because it does come with a steep like drawback of usually, like, obviously you can't follow it up with an OTK because most of those involve special summoning, and that it kind of stuns you for a turn while getting the cards you need, and it's helped to like bring decks that otherwise kind of, I feel like, would have fallen to the wayside, and helped to like bring them to life, because it's like they don't swarm the field, so duality is very plausible in them.
Exactly. The fact that this is splashable in just about any deck makes it ridiculous. I do think that this card will go to 2 before it goes to 1. Alright, well, guys, we're going to speed this up real quick. We're going to follow up with these 5 cards. Basically, Raikou is being splashed in every deck. Heroes are going to be huge next format. With the Shining coming out, Super Poly is going to be side-decked into a lot of things. Warning, just an amazing card, and Bottomless. I don't think these 2 will get hits. They're very good, but we need them right now. These 2 are going to be worth talking about next ban list when the Shining comes out.
Alright guys, that's it for now. Maybe at some point we'll have, as we get closer, we'll kind of update with some more stuff regarding the ban list, but for now, that's it.
Okay guys, TeamDarkHorse out.